1.7 million people under 75 die every year in Europe, but 1.2 million lives could be saved with more effective prevention and care. Meantime, 1.4 million articles are published every year, but most of the information they provide is not used in everyday patient care. So how can these scientific findings be put in practice as rapidly and effectively as possible? That is the key medical challenge of the 21st century. Translational medicine, or TM, speeds up the practical application of scientific results to find answers to questions asked at the patient's bedside, and thus links clinical and basic research networks. A new TM model, developed on the initiative of the Academia Europaea, focuses on providing healthcare, achieving new scientific results, summarizing these results in layperson's terms, and effectively communicating scientific knowledge to stakeholders, who are patients, healthcare professionals, pharmaceutical companies, and decision makers. The chief characteristic of TM is its multidisciplinarity, and the cornerstone of TM is a registration system that covers all clinical fields.
Think all kind of activities, irrespectively it's a basic science or clinical science, we must know when we do the research, when we ask the questions, and we must hypothesize what will happening after that, and after we must use these data actually for community benefit. So unfortunately in research and science, in many occasions the scientists think until the article is published and they put to the shelves, and after nobody using them because they don't think how to take it off from the shelf and bring back for patients' benefit. So this is what we would like to highly emphasize in this program, that the scientific results not finishing actually when they publish the data, but it's finishing when the patients get benefits from it.
This new approach to TM has further renewed PhD training. Our educational model of learning by doing took shape in 2016 under the leadership of Péter Hegyi, the current course director of this unique PhD program. This education program is being carried on at Semmelweis University on a much larger scale. Indeed, almost 90 students were admitted in the first year in 2021. The language of the TM PhD program is English. Residents, medical specialists, and other healthcare professionals can therefore join from any corner of the world. Currently, 1 out of 10 of our students is international.
I think as a PhD student and younger researchers, I think it's a big contribution to learn how the system works and how the meta-analysis and research can work in our everyday life. And so I feel like every person can find their new idea, and they will put all data in one setting, and they will investigate new approach and new way of thinking and getting the results for the clinical and real-life practice. So I think it's a very beneficial program for us.
I studied general medicine actually at Pécs University, and my supervisor moved to Semmelweis and I followed him, and it wasn't an easy decision, but I do believe in the progress here and the translational medicine, such a promising center here in Budapest, and very organized, and there is no question why it's one of the best PhD programs in Europe, I guess, and hopefully worldwide in the future.
International applicants might also find a draw in the fact that Semmelweis University is located in Hungary's magnificent capital. Budapest is one of the most beautiful cities in Europe and a bustling metropolis, where a past of over 1,000 years blends with a 21st century way of life, much like the Great Hungarian Plain meets the majestic Buda Hills here. The Danube, the longest river in Europe, splits the city into two parts, Buda and Pest. An institute of higher education with a strong 250-year history, Semmelweis University is the leading medical training facility in Central Europe and the largest healthcare center in Hungary. This PhD program at Semmelweis University is run by the Center for Translational Medicine.
For us, it's very important to have more and more PhD students, and not only candidate, but who can successfully defend the thesis. And this program, the Translational Medicine program, promise for the student, the PhD student, that they, after finishing this program, they can successfully defend the program and the thesis.
The program provides PhD students with the opportunity to choose from among 8 research areas. Working in groups, students are able to acquire the necessary knowledge and skills as effectively as possible, and thus conduct more productive and goal-oriented research. The PhD program covers all aspects of the TM cycle. It teaches students how to be critical consumers of medical studies, how to collect primary data through questions and observations, how to manage patient registries, and how to conduct biomedical research.
Can truly understand how to apply this clinical knowledge that we have and we gain throughout our time when we study, and truly understand how we can apply this to real science. So of course the program is very well detailed, very well organized, in the way that we have the group meetings weekly, and we have also the support of the whole team and from our supervisors, is a way that they can be very effective with us all the time. So I think it really helps to truly bring results very quickly.
We have our weekly meetings with our supervisors, with our methodological supervisors. Then we have our weekly group meetings where we meet our group, so our specialty. And we hear their projects every week. We hear their progress, we hear questions, we ask questions, we discuss. We also meet our class, which has other specialties, during weekly classes, which are 8-hour days where we're usually working on, it's like a class, so we actually learn things, but we also do discuss our research and in some cases use examples from our own work. So we have a kind of constant flow of information from our co-workers.
Every mentor and also the students would jump in with suggestions or questions regarding the results, and that really helps us for this part when they are asking the questions. But it's also the fact that because we are working in groups, we had a couple of students who were like, oh my gosh, Olgi, I got the results, but I have no idea what it means. And now some of us can help the other because we had already similar results and we can help them understand it. So it's like what you already know, you can help your peers with it, and sometimes you can ask for help from people who have a slightly different topic and they have extra insights.
We definitely feel some, I wouldn't say pressure, but we feel that there is the wish or the need for us to really work and focus on our course at the moment. So there is some pressure, but I think it's very manageable and it's in a friendly atmosphere every Monday. It's a bit stressful, to be honest, to be presenting every time in front of everyone and getting criticized, but also this is part of the growing experience, and I think by this all of us developed much further.
Students in the TM PhD program are also trained in how to establish contacts, what communication strategies to use, and how to make presentations. Special training sessions are held to aid them in presenting their results as confidently as possible. They also have a chance to practice making presentations in the first year of the program when they present their tri-monthly progress reports.
Our major aim that the first year they concentrate heavily on scientific activity, and at the end of the year they would finish the 2 projects which required for PhD. And in a year 2, they will mostly concentrate on healthcare, but still have protected time 1 day each week for science.
Those who wish to take an active part in the main goal of translational medicine, to renew healthcare with results that can be measured in terms of human lives, are encouraged to apply to the PhD program at the Semmelweis University Center for Translational Medicine. Together, let's bring science to patient care.